Hello everyone, welcome back to this Python program series. Today we'll be looking at comparison operators. Now in the previous video we discussed about assignment operators and arithmetic operators. Now comparison operators. Comparison operators are one of the important things in Python. Now what is comparison? Comparison is basically taking a value, suppose x, and comparing it to y. Now there are certain operators which are used to compare these two variables, such as I will writing below the greater than operator, and don't mind my wrong spelling, and the less than operator, the less than equal to operator, the greater than equal to, and the equal to. Now in mathematics, obviously know of the greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. Now in mathematics you usually write the equal to operator as single equal to. Now in computer science or programming terminology, you don't write it as a single equal to, you have to write it double, because this acts as a assignment operator, as we discussed in the previous video, that the assignment operator is used to assign a value from the right side to the variable on the left. So we won't be using this, we will using the double equal to sign as an equal to comparison. And after this comes the not equal to. We will discussing the not operator and not equal to in a later video, but I will be only explaining what is not equal to. Now these operators, how are they used practically? Now you first of all obviously know of Boolean operators. What are Boolean operators? They have only two types. What is true and other is false. Now true and false, if I were to say the earth is flat, now obviously it is false. And if I were to say 2 plus 2 equal to 5, this is obviously also false. And if I were to say 2 plus 3 equal to 5, this is true. Now if we want to do statements like this and have them be checked in Python, we have to use the conditional state or comparison state operators. Now in mathematics we will write it like this. In Python nothing is the difference, we just need to write it like this, double equal to. This is the only difference between programming and general mathematical comparison. Now let me open the Jupyter notebook to give you a short example of all the operators, and I will just open a practice tab. Now as you can see, suppose I have a variable num equal to 10 and I have another variable which is num2 equal to 20. Now the obvious thing is that these two are not equal. So if I were to print whether num equal to num2, it should obviously print that false, these are not equal to. If I run it right now, as you can see it says false, these are not equal to. Now if I were to make this 20, now both of those have the same values. Now obviously if I were to print this, they will say true. As you can see it says true because these both are the same. Now suppose there is a second condition, like I write something like this, 2 plus 2 equal to 4. Now this is obviously correct, so it should also print true, but there is an error occurring right now. One of the things to know is that, as I said before, in Python you cannot write a single equal to as a comparison operator, you need to write a double equal to. So I will have to write it like this. As you can see now this is working. Comparison operators are really simple, they are mostly used in if else and loops or conditional statements. We will be discussing them in a later video, but the obvious thing to know is that comparison statements are going to be used a lot and you should know the basic understanding of them. Now the not equal to. Now obviously we know that 2 plus 2 is not equal to 5. Now if I were to write it here, I would have to write it like this, 2 plus 2 not equal to 5. This is true because obviously 2 plus 2 is 4, so it is not equal to 5. If I were to write something like minus 100 here also, it is also true because 2 plus 2 is not equal to minus 100. As you can see it still prints true here. So these are the basic things about comparison operators. I will also give a short example here. For say I have num equal to 100 and num2 equal to 300, actually 100. Now I want to print that whether num1, which is num variable, divided by num2 equal to 1. Is this true? Is 100 divided by 100 equal to 1? Yes. So it should print true. As you can see, this is how comparison operators are used.